It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan.
I'm just going to start off with this video by polishing off a few loose ends, and this is No Man's Wharf, but this is the easiest way to get to the place where I want to be. As I believe. I need one fragrance branch of yore for the next playthrough, so there's one that I'm definitely not using during this playthrough. So I can't remember coming up here. It might ring a bell when I've come up here. No, it still doesn't ring a bell. Chest there. Would actually be really good for an early game with the knight's armour, I think. Estus flask. I must have come up here because I maxed out my Estus flasks, and there's an Estus flask up here. So there's no doubt about it, I must have come up here at some point. So that's it, just that Estus flask shard there. So in Iron Keep here, we go to this guy up here. Yeah, if you go to this guy and you give this guy the petrified egg, he'll let you head to the Dragon Covenant after that, Dragon Revenant's Covenant. I've just got a few Ferrous Lockstone. I think this is the quickest way to get to this Forest Lockstone. It's the only reason why I've chosen this way. So this is the Forest Lockstone. Gives the light, and that guy that jumps down now, at least you'll be able to see him. And I don't know actually, I can't remember. There's a chest obviously. Just a soul vessel. Eastern Peak is the easiest way to get down to this next bit. And the next Forest Lockstone that I've and if you haven't got it, there is an item that was in there, which I've already got, but I don't think I covered it in the playthrough, so that's good. Just jump down here, it's easier that way. So as you can see, the pool's gone. Stop you getting poisoned in this area now. And if you get a Forest Lockstone in there, and there's a chest here. Poison bite ring with the soul of a proud knight. We do need to cover one area that I've forgotten about. Now, after Face Vendrick, after Face Vendrick, I'm going to do the Sunken King DLC. And the only way to get into the Sunken King DLC is with the item that's beyond this door. Now we did get the Forgotten Key, if you remember, from the Giants from the Black Butch. And this is the Forgotten Door. And it is really a Forgotten Door because I totally forgot about it. So the Dragon Talon there, that will get you in to the DLC, and also you've got a few items you can get here as well. Soul Vortex, tree branch and whatever. Great lightning spear. So I think if you speak to these two now, you should be able to get human effigies or whatever.
Still doing. Still go.
There you go, human effigies.
You must go? Well, but you to stop.
And
No,
I think
of course not.
she gives you something as well.
We have it.
There you go.
May they bring thee, but now.
And now I'm going to proceed to the memories now. So, where am I going? The Forest of the Fallen Giants. There's a bonfire missing. I don't know where the bonfire is that's missing. I do know where the bonfire is that's missing. It's beyond the King's Gate. I can get there now if I choose to. But I'm not gonna. So I didn't actually do this memory. On my original playthrough, but I am going to try and do this memory now. It's going to be the first one that I'm going to try. Seed of the Tree of the Fallen Giants. Right, so I don't know what the Seed of the Tree of the Fallen Giants does. But that actually doesn't do out. So I'm going to proceed to the next tree, I believe. And so the next tree we want to go to should be down this way. It should be wonderful to get to. In fact, I might be better going down the ladders this way. I think there's just less enemies down this way. Sort of ambushed. Ow. So these guys kicking this tree here. Right, so because you can't reside in this memory for long, it's going to be hard to pick it off in one go, or I probably won't pick it off in one go. So I think if you speak to this guy, you get his equipment.
And it is what? It was my... That must be gone. Be gone, be gone.
I'm not sure if you have to go into the other one before that. The other memory. But it's not in the other memory, I don't believe. Anyway. Yeah, it's just a bit of a bastard this, because I think you have someone that comes through the wall. Big groups. Reminds you of Machamp from Pokemon, really. And there's a lot of these Machamp guys out here. Poison giant there. Like I say, it's going to be very hard to pick this off in one go. Mainly because you don't stay in this memory for that long. So you can help these guys fight, or you can do what I'm going to do here and run around them all. Because what you can do is pick them off from above. Can get above there. I don't know how he hit me really. I just want to get these chests falling up. Anything? Just got the petrified something, and I don't think there's anything there. Got a guy that did throw a nice fireball at me. Pretty certain there's a big gas giant here. I don't think there's actually a lot in this memory really. You can get up there, I've forgotten how to get up. But that's the end of it, where that giant is. Oh, there we go, there's a ladder here. As you can see, the memory's about to end. So I ain't got long. I'm probably going to have to reload myself here. So I'm back where I was, and there's actually nothing up here, so it's been wasting time actually coming up here at all. Although I have gained a few extra souls out of it. So I'm just going to take you. There's an item down there though. Yeah, I'm just going to take you straight to the end now. I don't have many farming stuff left because of because I've just come straight in. So here's the giant memory now. I'm going to get it and examine again to get out. So we're going to go into the second giant memory now. So we're going to make a way this way, but this way we're going to go towards the Pursuer. Where we fought the Pursuer for the first time. I've recharged all my soul stuff as well. However, it doesn't mean a lot. I never took that ring off. So this is where you fought the Pursuer. And this leads you to the back entrance of the Lost Ballistos. So you need to speak to Goya.
Again? Who'd have thought we'd meet in a fit cereal? That's been in my race, it is, and I wouldn't trade. It said it, but it's for this refused then. Have a great I been hard. Have a great one to you. I been hard.
So basically, you need to speak to him to get the help from the giant boss in one of these memories. Ow! So I'm going to try and do this memory first. So like I say, you've got to be really quick. Now,
Just a minute. My homeland, isn't it? I know.
when he's survived 3 battles, you can speak to him. And he'll give you all of his equipment, which is where I got the Moonlight Greatsword for. But first of all, I'm gonna... I didn't expect these guys to sort of come at me really. I think the first time I ever came up here, they actually came at me. Wasting a bit of time. So you do have a Fire Slot Stone Right, here too. And then you have another one here, I don't know what that does. Can't remember using that really. Booby trap chest. So I have no idea what's that does. Right, set up a trap. So going further up here. So this leads you out. Got these guys down here. Believe it or not, everyone's going to attack you in this memory, which is an absolute ball ache. So you can get down to the next section here. Now, there's the giant memory. Obviously you can just go get that. However, I think there's a few items down here. Hopefully I'll get this done in one go. Right, so you've got this guy here, big gas bastard. And I still haven't sorted out my there's plenty of guys up there to sort of pick off. Got to try and be quick. That said it's fading yet, which is good. Now it's fading. But I should be able to make it. That's pretty much it. You can just get the soul of the giant here, examine it, go away. So you had to go up that way to speak to Jugo. Now I'm going to unlock the last bonfire that's in here. But unfortunately, I'm going to kill this guy first. Got to go through a few people before I can I'm hoping the phantoms aren't in here anymore. I don't think they are. So the last memory is through here, and you can get there going through the King's Gate here. So as it says, you need the King's Ring basically. I'm just looking. What is the King's Ring? King's Ring. So that'll allow me through this door now. And that unlocks my third bonfire as well, fourth bonfire in this area. I'm a human effigy hoarder, I'm sure you can tell. So this is why you got to speak to Dougal. You can get an item from this side. Over here. And the fragrance transfer you are, that'll do you nicely. I don't think there's anything else you can do. Can't get up there without you can only summon one of these guys, so make sure you come down here and summon Dougal, because he needs to survive this battle. And when you go in there, watch for the explosions and stuff. As you can see there, being hit by one. So this last giant isn't right hard. I don't understand how that just hit me then, but there you go. So this guy isn't very hard. Your best bet with him is to come up here and try not to get hit by his sword, obviously. As soon as I start throwing these, but Dougal's got to survive, so you can't get hit by fire up here. So Dougal survived, you can see he's there. Get a fire seed. So you know where the other two memories are, so I'll just go directly into them. Soul of a Giant. So I've just done this and they give me a Drangleic helm, but you'd have to speak to him, and they give you a Drangleic helm, and you'd get a trophy for that. Don't know why I've just done that. Because you killed that giant now and Dougal survived, I will just check down here and make sure that there is no items, and I don't believe there isn't. Let's just leave this directly outside. So I can't see any. But you speak to him, he'll give you his equipment now.
We have now win. Bloody.
There you go, and that gets you a trophy.
Well, and this I know.
With all that done now, we've only really got one thing left to do. And this is Vendrick. You've got to kill Vendrick. And I could do that 100 times over. Probably not do it like I've just done there. So you've got to try and get through these guys again. Wonderful, I know. Just a pain in the arse, if that's me. And Vendrick's not extremely hard. The worst thing about him is the power that he dishes out when he hits you. But he's not extremely hard to dodge or anything like that. Myself, when I did it, I found it was better using Blue Moon's Greatsword than the Halberd or Halberd. Why don't you just attack me? A lot more effort than I planned for. Now I've got this Ring of Steel protection on too, with the best armour that I could put on here. And what I'm also going to use is Iron Flesh, which will boost all of my defences. However, this won't last me for long, so it might prove to be quite useless in the end. I don't know why I'm stuck here. So if you hit him, straight away dead. So if he gets to wall, you need to be getting out of the way. See, it just takes your whole block away, it doesn't matter what you do. So if he gets... You sort of need to lure him out. His jump back to the wall is the worst move that he can do, really. And if he gets in front of you like this, just you need to roll at him. One blow and he's got you dead. And there you go, it's not too hard. The worst thing about it is you need to be fully human basically. Because you can't lose your life really here. And if he jumps to the wall, you're sort of pretty screwed. You need to get back and try and lure him in and dodge his attacks. He's slow, but if he hits you, some blows he'll take one. It depends. If you're on full life you can take 2 blows, but 2 blows is the most you'll take. So I'm going to go in Vendrick memory because I do have all the crowns. So all the crowns, you should bless my crowns, but you would need to do all the DLCs. Where we're off now is to get the King's equipment, and I've been down here this area so many times now that a lot of enemies have actually disappeared. As you'll see, it's quite there. There's certain enemies that are still around though, like that big guy. I think it's the lizard guy's still here. And I'm going to just find my... Where are we? No. Sorry. Let me pick that one. So this guy's still here. So we'll get him to come for us. That's the way you're meant to kill him. Not hard to kill, so this guy will be here. And the only reason why I've got is because I might get a human effigy from them lizard men. make sure you do kill that particular lizard, because when you go down here originally, you'd be a big guy and it's not easy to kill, so you're going to need a lot of space to kill him. You might do quite a bit of running, but if you leave that lizard, what happened to me is that lizard actually got me and ended up attacking me with the big guy, and you don't want that to happen. So because I defeated Vendrick, it should give me the access to this door now. And this gives me access to all the king's armour and all the king's men. Soul of the king there. And where's all the king's armour? Yep. So that gives you all the king's armour. And you need that crown, because that crown will get blessed once you get the Ivory King crown and all of them. Vendrick, when you go to see him, he'll bless the crown, and then when you wear the crown, it'll stop you from going hollow. As you can see, this video has been very much a bounce around areas video, really. Just to sort of cover all the last bits before going into the DLCs. So there is still enemies in here. And what I want to do is I just want to take you be able to get down this side without getting poisoned. Just about. So this door is very well disguised. Wherever it is. There we go. This is the first DLC that I would do. This is the Sunken DLC. This was the easiest of all three. This is why I'd suggest doing this first. So doing any items in this particular room. And now we should be able to open the door. Now this DLC, I'm doing this one first because I would say it's the easiest out of all three. This last boss is still hard, just like the other. But by far I would say the Iron King is the hardest DLC out of all three. It's just ridiculously hard. So here we are. I could finish the game right now. So that dragon we are going to face later, and he is a mean bastard. Out of all the dragons that I faced, he is the hardest in the game. And actually, it is the hardest dragon in the game because it's Scholar of the first thing you get the DLCs with the pack anyway. He is very hard, he's not simple. So here's the first bonfire. I'm just going to prepare for this, I think.